that you make me feel. Now slide your key in, ooh, gives me chills. And with your engine trapped between my thighs, it's a power rush, a burning bush. You make me wanna fly, oh. In and out of this traffic jam, dangerous and without a plan. Fill me up, boy, and let me ride. Crazy love, it's a crazy love. Feel the wind blowing through my hair. So alive, boy, and I'm so scared. Never knew love could move so fast. Crazy love, it's a crazy love. Pour it on, boy, take me to the night. And ain't no stopping. So what's the use in trying? Destination, baby, all I know is that you and me were meant to be. Never let me go. Out of this traffic jam, dangerous and without a plan. Fill me up, boy, and let me ride. Crazy love, it's a crazy love. It's crazy, it's going through my hair. So alive, boy, and I'm so scared. Never knew love could move so fast. Crazy love, it's a crazy love.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. Well, you know what? We're getting ready to start this show. Yeah. Welcome to the Mika Williams Show on Pot Stereo TV. California, we're doing it live out of U Park. Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and get this show started so you guys can actually hear what we about to do. So, yeah, we about to get started with a little bit of music. So let's get started. Well, hey, welcome to the Mika Williams Show out of Los Angeles, California on Pax Stereo TV. I'm your host, Mika Williams, and guess what? I got a couple of things that I want to explain. First of all, I'm going to, just give you a little bit of report about what's going on with me and a little bit of news, and then I'm going to go into some shoes, and then I'm going to talk about the reality of the Mika Williams Show. And guess what? To his surprise, he didn't know this, but I'm actually going to dedicate this show to Pax Stereo TV, CEO Mario Hensley, and also VP Victor Allen, because the first segment of the show is Miko's Reality with Pax Stereo TV. So, hey everybody out there, I know the weather is hot in California, and I hear out there on the East Coast that it is raining cats and dogs. So finally, for all you East Coast people, yes, we getting the East Coast feel now. The West Coast is burning up in 3 digits. Yes, it is hot. And I don't mean hot and cool, hot and actually kind of, sticky hot, and we're in 3 digits. So we're not used to that in California. We used to the nice, easy flowing cool breeze on the coast. Well, I have a little bit of a headache, and I'm trying to do my show, so just pray for me. And good thoughts, not bad. And I took a little bit of Advil. Seems it's not working, so I got some homemade tea thanks to Mario Hensley, and it's really good, so it's kind of helping me out. So that's how it's sweaty too in here. It is. I know you guys out there trying to, y'all so hot in them houses. I call them easy bake ovens. Go outside, sit on your front porch or in the backyard. If you have a nice gated backyard or you're in a nice neighborhood, relax, sit outside, because it is really cool, because we're going to need it, because it feels like Las Vegas at nighttime here in the state of California. So we're trying to get a little bit of the coolness in here with the little fans and the AC and all. And I'm telling you, it is hot. It's so hot you feel like you can't do jack. But enough of all that. We're going to make it. We're going to make it. I wanted to, let you guys know what's going on with me. I actually got challenged to do the Pretty Face Challenge on Facebook, IG, which AKA stands for Instagram, and also on Twitter. This is actually going viral with the women. Sorry, guys. You know how it is. Maybe next time when it comes to men's stuff. But yeah, a couple of women are actually doing this to inspire others as far as showing sisterhood among women of all color and nationalities and cultures. So that's a pretty good positive thing. I'm with that. I like that. So I actually got challenged. So now I challenged a couple of people on my Facebook page, and we'll see what they do. But I wasn't expecting it. So I had to hurry up and do one. So much love to Renee Kids for challenging me. and actually Andrea Brooks, who challenged me to do the pretty face challenge, So that was pretty cool. So that's an announcement, just so Mario would know.
I just couldn't understand what it was.
So Mario would know. That's an announcement. I said things that are going on with me. These are announcements because that just happened today. So chill out, relax, It's my mentor there, you guys, because he over here twitching. Not like that, but I call it twitching when you kind of get a little bit kind of where's she going with this. But anywho, that's what's going on. So that happened to me today. So enough of all that.
By the way,
I
have a track ready for you.
Oh, okay.
That fits what you said.
Oh, I see
what
it.
You said about you wanted to start.
Okay, well,
so
right after. Oh gosh. Oh, he actually found a track. But you know what, everyone? This is actually something that I hear. Vic and I was talking about it earlier. This is some news. I'm sharing a little bit of news. Vic was saying, you know what? We've been around for so long. We haven't really had anybody talk about the brothers in IT, when it comes to technology. So, I'm going to have Mario go ahead and play this Headache song by Floor Tree. And then right after that, we're going to come back and talk about the reality of Miko on Pack Stereo with Mario Hensley and Victor Allen. So, Mario, let's go ahead and hear this. All right. Welcome back to the Miko Williams Show. Yeah, at Pack Stereo TV. I'm your host, Miko Williams, out of View Park, California. Actually, View Park, California. I say Los Angeles, California, because people are familiar more with Los Angeles than View Park. But it's correction, View Park, California.
Just 3 blocks away from Leimert Park, which is getting to be famous.
Leimert
Park is getting to be famous.
Yes, it's what they call the Black Mecca chocolate chip, part of the city. Not too far from Peel Hill. For all you prestigious people. Well, what I wanted to do was get back to this reality of Miko. You know why? Because I wanted to actually share how I actually came into contact with Mario Hensley and Victor Allen. I just have to give a shout out.
Contact?
Yeah, contact as in meet, but that's okay. But I actually met a friend of mine who had another friend, and they actually was my co-host on another show that was at a different place. I don't want to tag the name or anything, but, he actually gave me the number to call Vic, and he said, I think this will be a good fit for you. This is Pack Stereo. They're right in your lane, and you'll jive with them. So, I just happened to say, okay, let's see. So I called, and Vic answered the phone, and he was like, hello. He had the deep voice, try to get his sexy barrier right on. Hello.
That's Jack.
Hello. Yeah, my name is Victor Allen.
That's just wrong.
How can I help you? I was like, well, damn. Is this really Pack Stereo? So I'm like, hey, my name is Miko Williams, and such, told me to give you a call, and they said that, you could work some things out with me, and that, I'm looking to do A, Y, and Z, and I'm looking to actually build an enterprise.
What did you actually say, Miko? Tell the Axels, what did you actually say you're looking for?
Stop right there. So what happened was Vic had said, all right, well, let's see what you got. So before I can say anything else, he had already Googled me in 12 minutes. 12 minutes, he pulled up everything there was to know about Miss Miko Williams, because I really thought I was doing my thing, and I was nowhere near what he had in store for me. So I was like, gosh, and it was a learning curve, and still is. But I have to say I've actually came pretty far with less than a year. Right, Vic? Yeah, still less than a year.
Maybe we can get some specifics in the story.
Meeting you from when I actually started my Blog Talk Radio
in
February of last year.
Yeah.
So I had actually
I was trying to remember. When did you first
start collaborating with Vic? This was April? May.
When did I first meet
2013.
Miko? Didn't I first meet her because she came in to do a show?
Well, that was before that, but I'm saying way before that. See, that's why you got to pay attention. Now, this is my mentor. See, if he just let me talk, then he would get it.
You would just answer my question. When did I meet you?
May of April, and then, well...
May of April.
May, or was it April? No, it was May 2013. Mm-hmm. And I did a show for Mario in May.
Yes.
Early, second week.
What show, Victor, please?
Morning Coffee.
Morning Coffee.
That's right.
That was
So
with females, it takes a longer time to get
that's
that.
okay, because I have to try to remember certain things. But this is what you guys have to get used to when it comes to Mario Hensley, because he could be a throwback from time to time, and then he could be a butt, but he's a good butt. So, but I love him.
She always say that because she want me to cook.
No. He know I love him, but I wanted to actually tell you guys, I didn't know all that there was to know about Pac Stereo TV. I did my research, and I still didn't embark on things that they did. I had to go back and keep, searching. But Mario Hensley, don't let this joker fool you. This cancer over here, and when I say cancer, I'm talking about zodiac signs. Let me get that straight. But he is lovable. He could be a headache from time to time, and he is very thorough. He's very anal. But it's the reason why he's like that. It's the reason why he's like that. And this is him off the clock on another clock. Let's put it that way. So, Mario, people don't know what it is that you really do. Because when people see Pac Stereo TV, they actually have it in mind that Victor is the lead horseman.
What?
I'm going to put it that way. And they don't understand who's actually steering the coach.
The owner. Damn it.
Well, I'm not sure what. Okay, maybe because, and I'm not saying this just to be polite, because in order to answer that, I sort of have to tell you my philosophy, because I don't really totally look at it that way, but I get what you mean, and therein lies. In other words, to me, what I try to do is provide certain direction, but make it so that the creative people have enough room so that you don't really micromanage them in any kind of way, sort of. In other words, so the areas in which I'm kind of bug everybody is only in terms of the application to get it out, right? But everything before that, you kind of get to do your way. So, in other words, I designed the infrastructure because it started out as a technical innovation, the ability to simulcast, stream on multiple. People were trying to stream one show. This is the Mario Hensley thing, because I always dream on it and it gets weird. Miko, they were trying to stream one show. And so with me, what happened was, since we had all these computers, I said, well, if you could stream one, why can't you try 5?
Hey, whatever works. Whatever works.
So
whatever works. Well, that's not what they want to know. I'm going to tell you what they want to know.
Sometimes late at night when my parents aren't home.
Well, that's okay, when we're watching Archie. But, Vic is something else. Because when I first got here, I thought it was Vic. Was Vic.
Who's doing what?
But Victor was the
He's
hard driver for.
He's working 3 switches.
For disciplinary when it comes to the workplace. But it's not. It's actually Mario.
There's no disciplinary.
It's Mario who is. He has a certain way of doing it.
There's no disciplinary because at the leadership level, people are self-disciplined. There's never had. Vic and I have never had
nice
to
version.
have.
I'm gonna keep it real.
I'm just saying, Vic and I have been working together for all this time, and we have never had a discussion about somebody working harder.
Well, when you have
so
people,
I don't know what. So there's no discipline. He does his thing, and we come together, and I run like a Type A nut over here.
Please specify Type A nuts for the ones who don't understand Type A nuts.
But I'm trying to make it so he doesn't have to deal with all of my stuff. That was part of the deal we came together, Miko. I said, listen, I know I'm a nut.
Now, this is what they want to know.
I know I'm a nut, but why you don't have to deal with all? See, we friends already. He knows what I'm like. So I'm saying you don't have to deal with that. In other words, the comfort zone that he gets, you have to ask him, is that he knows I will attend a certain task with a frenzy because that's in my personality. And that's why I've always done it.
You know what? That's nice.
So if
that's
you call
nice.
that being the disciplinarian, see, I don't call it.
No,
what I'm saying is I take care of all the technical layouts.
You do.
The design and stuff.
And we appreciate it.
And then I come back and run it past my creative partners, and then we use it to structure the output.
And that's good.
But I always recognize that it's me being the nut over here.
You're not a nut.
I got to bring it to the normal people.
You got numb nuts over there, but you're not a nut.
I do have numb nuts. I got to bring it to Miko and Vic, and then they have to run it. But I don't know if you try to be a quote-unquote See, to me, if you get the right people, there is no disciplinarian. What happens is you set a culture. No, you set a culture
You having a
where
moment, y'all, here on the
everybody's
couch.
kicking ass. If you working
There you
around
go.
people kicking ass and you ain't kicking ass,
Now,
you start
I'm not
feeling
supposed to
kind of
curse.
funny.
I'm not supposed to curse. They get on me about
I'm sorry,
cursing.
you
Let's keep
curse
it
all
real.
the time.
Yes, like he does.
I'm saying that's
but when you
what
get
Miko's
both
trying
of
to
us in the
expose on
room,
me.
honey, let me tell you, it's not a good one.
If this is what Miko calls being a disciplinarian, is that I am a type A workaholic, very structured person.
Yes, he is.
So I lay that out for me, but I don't feel like it is my duty, justice, or even right to thrust that on anybody else. Why would I
you
want to make
think I
you
call him
be
Papa
a
Bear?
nut? Why
It's
would I
a
want to have
reason.
you be a nut?
I
I would say go run free.
You know what? But what I wanted to let everybody know about, Mario Hemsley,
Go run
that
free.
even though he's spilling his guts over here about
You
certain
asked.
things, and yes, that's
So-
what they want to know. But what they didn't know was the history of Pac Stereo.
Victor
Now,
is the same
no, he's not.
He's the same one.
Got two nuts now.
Talk to Victor. Talk to he's the normal one.
You guys used to actually run a record label and studio. Why don't you give people a little bit of why and how you got started? Why did you do what you do? What put you there? And then what made you change into another lane, Mario?
In the
Ooh.
typical Mario Hemsley fashion, we were friends kicking it. And so I thought it was all of our idea. See, first of all, I thought it was all of our idea to try to have a record label. Like, ooh, let's try it. Ooh, woo, woo. Somehow it sort of came up because we were writing music collaborative. Now, somewhere after that, people weren't working on it, and I was working on it for whatever reason.
Okay.
Reading books because I was that type. You say, let's go. I would go read the books, take the course. So, and I was like, this is going to take 20 years to be, But I was like, I can work on something for 20 years anyway because of my other stuff I had done. So, Victor was there when I started making the very first musical purchases. Now, remember, part of this is that the musical instruments didn't really exist either. You have to understand, the technology did not even exist. So when we first started out, we had one little keyboard. We had two people playing one keyboard. We had a DJ mixer, some DJ mics, and we were all getting together trying to write songs. And then I had the wisdom to videotape a number of those things. So that's how it went. And so because I was the techie once again, and because I had the fortune to have a career that was able to support me and allow me to invest, we were able to have the studio, which was really a converted garage, slowly play around with writing. And then we end up growing on to writing a number of songs, releases. There's 9 CDs on Amazon. You can search Victor, Tasman Vic, on iTunes, all of that. The CDs available, 9 CD releases.
See?
Irvin Foster and I, Hensley Foster Project, sat at number 2 at the Acid Jazz Tracks for almost over 6 months, I believe. Over 400,000 downloads at the time, which was unheard of because this was before downloads. It was when people didn't know what a download was, and we made $4,000, so that was unprecedented.
Callie I, she said she didn't know that you have music. And she wanted to know, why are you not producing anymore?
Well, the only reason I still am writing, because I always did it. When you're a creative person like that, you always kind of do bits and pieces. I just wasn't promoting the record, mainly because I didn't have the people around me.
Right.
In other words, I'm still writing songs. Like Miko always goes, you wrote that? I know, because I hear other songs that have never been released because I have a bunch of songs that are partially done, over 30, okay, that once I hook up with other people, usually vocalists, other creative people, I could easily go back and do that. But what happened is all my music people kind of went off and did other things and had families and focused on jobs and careers and did other things. And like many times in my life, when I do creative things, or not only creative, I looked up one day and I was working by myself again. I said, I'm working by myself again.
Jamil Mitchell said that when she met you, she really liked your energy when she sat next to you when we had the private party. She is asking, would you do it again? have artists come in and represent artists under your label? And
Oh,
is your
totally.
label active?
Oh yeah, the label's active, and what you see, it has to do with what you call a record label. Even then, see, because I did all the work. That was part of the thing. My, I'm not. You love your friends, but mine did almost no work. Okay, almost nothing. I mean, I don't mind if they were sitting right here. They would even complain. They would just go. Nothing, zero. Like mail a card, not You know what zero means? Okay, almost nothing. So now, having said that, you could do it all yourself, and we're going to revisit it and do it. In other words, we got a show. We're going to do a show, Miko, and actually, you're going to be involved at some level,
okay.
whether as the co-host or judge or whatever.
Oh, okay.
That's the show where they come in. And remember, I got all those top 40 songs.
Oh, that's right.
And they're going to get a chance to track the songs.
That's
and we're
right.
going to have it. So, we haven't finalized it. But here typically is the way. Imagine
it works.
Imagine, because we can do it a bunch of ways. That's why. I have a bunch of layouts already scripted, sort of.
Yeah.
So, artists can both sing the same song. We can give them 1 hour.
Okay.
And that's 1 hour. Or we can give them half. See, I say because we have to do a show, we could push them. Now, let me tell you what would push them be. I know I can record all the backgrounds in 20 minutes. Can they sing it in 20 minutes? Okay. I know I can record the lead in 20 minutes. Can they sing it 20 minutes? No. So here's the thing. The show would be, if it's a top 40 record, we give them the top 40 record ahead of time. They come into the show, and then we give them a set amount of time, and we work it out.
Okay.
Right? And they compete, whoever does the best version, but then we go and release both versions for sale. Why? Because we can, and that's part of the learning. The learning is for how you to act as an independent artist. So, and under this, with no slavery, notice I'm not signing you to my label, because we never really signed. Don't let me get on this.
Okay, wait. Hold up,
I
because
had
I
like
see you
5
going there.
versions of contracts. I probably spent $20,000 on contracts
Ooh.
with my friends that either were not signed or end up being useless anyway.
Oh. Okay. Now, here's a
Okay.
person. His name is Arthur Smith. Arthur Smith say, "Hey Mario, I'm a first-time listener. You're very inspiring, brother. I'm a brother. I'm on the East Coast." He's saying to me, he's typing. Wait a minute. Okay. He's asking, what did you do outside of this, or what do you do besides this?
Oh, see, I keep it kind of separate, you guys. I have another traditional profession.
Okay.
For professional reasons, I have to keep it sort of separate.
Okay.
That's all.
I think he
Let's
wants
just say
to know.
I work in the healthcare career.
Okay, that's
I
what he's
work in the
asking.
healthcare field. And I do it on a limited fashion. That allows me, in other words, I do usually 3 days in my job that pays the bills.
Okay.
And then I spend 7 days on this
Yes, he
stuff.
does.
So I do 7 days. So what happened was, when you come from a workaholic daddy,
Okay.
it was basically in my mind that I could do whatever I want as long as I did everything else too. In other words, as long as I followed every rule to shut my father up, okay, because he was going to be on my ass. So if I did everything else and then did this too, then it was cool.
Now,
And he would go, "Oh yeah, that's cool." But if you messed up over here to
Oh,
do this,
Lord.
oh hell no.
oh,
Oh hell no! He already had you trying to be a rock star. What are you doing?
Arthur said
what
thank
are you.
you.
Doing?
He said, okay. He see that you actually have money to support what you do. He
But-
said a bunch of us are struggling, so we can't really take it to that level.
Wait, Arthur. Ooh, wait. Ooh, no.
Wait a minute,
Victor.
We're going to come back to that, because Danny McKenna said to Victor, he said, "Victor, I see that you're the man that is the VP of marketing. Is there anything else that you are good at doing besides what you do? And how did you get to that point?"
Oh man, this is an interesting one. Always wanted to do marketing and advertising, and because of personal reasons, I didn't get to complete my college education. But I going into a junior college, saying I'm going to work on advertising, marketing, product, and services. So that's what I did. Now, it didn't take me that way. Fortunately, I got into the corporate sector, got
Wow.
into business development, nonprofit, for-profit, and otherwise, in some other areas. And I knew that, first you have to learn a product or service before you can actually be able to feel what you're selling, instead of being just professional at using words and knowledge and using templates to market and stuff. So the first thing you have to do is dive into something that will require you to promote and use those skills. And as I met Mario through our friendship, music was the first thing that came in as a testing model to learn the industry, and then how do you promote. Was I successful at that? Absolutely not. No, not at all. Not to me. Now, what led me out of there is to go into what I call the corporate sector, which was business consulting, manufacturing consulting, and watching how they deliver a product of knowledge. Hardest thing to sell in this business, or any business, is knowledge, not just a product. And so, hence, I applied that technique to the indie small business sector because I used to consult to small businesses. So I just transferred. It's kind of transparency.
Now, this question is coming from my mom to Mario and also Vic. My mom name is Loretta Thomas, and she wants to know, because she's typing me on my phone, she said, how do you apply what you do to me being here as a part of Pax Stereo family?
Was that for Mario or me?
That's for both of you. My mom asked that question.
Mario, you want to take that?
Yeah, I actually, and I just don't know how to make it sound typical. When I embarked upon this journey, I already had a profession, true, that was covering my bills. Okay? So that allowed me to embark upon ventures where I thought to combine the most altruistic issues of my life into that venture. So this whole issue of the label, even the record label, had to do with the fact that I was working with my friends, people that I cared for greatly. And so it was always about trying to find and do something different that was revolutionary and do a company that could work together like family. And because I had the luxury, I guess, of, see, this is why people argue about virtue. I know associates who always wanted to take everything from everybody, and they say that I didn't because I already had things. We could argue about why people have whatever traits, whether or not they're even virtues, okay? But I made the choice to me that I recognized that I had the luxury of pursuing things on a higher plane because I was so blessed that I could pay my bills.
Okay.
Now, as part of that, even with that first question, no.
That I know you're addressing.
I want to say that Arthur, Vic will tell you, I spent a large amount of time publishing videos and tutorials for people how to do things for no money. I even did the broke ass musicians. What was it called, Victor? It was the broke ass. It was the how to do your own record label in 30 days for $500.
Low budget, no money.
And then I said I could tell you how to do it for no money.
Right.
Actually,
okay, so we did the broke ass musicians, whatever thing. But anyway, getting back to this, when it comes back to you.
My mom wants to know she's coming in.
No,
she's
tell
like,
your mom. No,
she's a fellow Cancer.
Okay, Mom, so you have to understand because that's the nature of Pax Stereo. So our whole thing was to create a collaborative environment so that collaborative people could come together to create ventures. So to me, it was always about seeking out people like Miko and coming together with them to create these things that was going to be internet television, which nobody understands anyway. Ooh. So I was looking for creative people to work with. Now, know that, Mom, because it was that, no one gave a shit and no one worked on it with me. I only had Vic. And let me just tell you, remember I told you when it started out doing this, I looked up one day and I was working alone again. I said, damn it again. It's happened with the record label. All my friends quit. And then I wonder, was it me? Did I do wrong?
No, Mario.
Did I do wrong?
No.
Because all of a sudden, every time I do ventures, I look up and I'm working by myself, trying to give away things. And this is the way it's always been.
Mario, my mom said, you can't help those who don't want to help themselves.
You can't teach a pig to sing.
You can't, yes. She's saying,
but
thank you for that.
But we tried.
She said, thank you because of, you don't have a lot of African Americans that actually have used to actually go to a place or to people that mentor and want to do right and do for them and actually give them a helping hand and not go through the same take the same path as you had to and struggle. So if you can make it easier to mentor and help someone who wants that help, she said she commend you for that.
And let me make it clear, you guys, because that's a big part of it. Let me say something that's really important.
Okay.
This structure is not based on charity. Okay, because at first you think it is. Now let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. because everybody's actually pushed to work and perform. See, this is what happened. That's why I looked up and I was all alone. Okay, so I went to Vic, who was one of the most reliable of my creative friends. You know, who when he says he's going to do something, does it. Always there, very consistent, and always has been that way. Always has been that way. Okay, in my eyes. Okay, and always a person who grew into tasks when he was working with the other groups. See, what happened was because he and I both started kind of with nothing. Now you have to understand, we looked at it because when we would be around the creative people, we couldn't sing, we couldn't play anything. we could sort of dance a little bit on the side, so we always felt like we were the ones in the room who couldn't do anything.
Monisha Preston said, how is it that the two of you did so much back in the day? Because she's on the website, since I gave the link on my social plugs for Pack Stereo. She wants to know, how is it that you guys got together back in the day and stayed together so long to be business partners like this and actually be successful at what you do?
Easy for me to answer that one.
Go ahead.
That's real easy. Friendship. Because friendship doesn't require all these bricks that you have to build up to have that. So anything that you go into, I believe that you can go into doing things in life and can be failures, but your friendship still is there.
Okay.
But the other part is being challenged, because then when you go look at business, the one thing that I did know about business is they say be careful of giving responsibility to your friends, because you have a soft spot for that, and you will treat them probably with lesser responsibilities because they're your friends. And to get to the answer that you had asked me about part of what I knew I was doing, I did myself a disservice. Because when we was in the indie music business, I know that I actually sat there and said, let me temper myself. Not that I knew any better, but it was one of those approaches where people go like this. I work a day job, but I do this part-time. And then people are selling you, I do this part-time. Boy, it makes a lot of money. I said, well, if you're going to do your B and it makes you more money than your A, why are you still doing your A?
Whoa.
Do your B job if it's making you that kind of bank. And a lot of times I ran into that scenario looking back at me that I'm doing my day job, but I'm doing this as a B thing, so I'm going to treat it less because it doesn't require the same. And hence that transferred over to how you're dealing with me, because I deal with you like you don't have a job, right?
Yes.
The reason why, because
both of them do.
Yes, that's right.
And it's not easy. It might look all peaches and cream, but we have our moments. So it's not what it seems. When you really getting your grind on with Pack Stereo, they really are in tune with what they're doing, their surroundings, the people they come in contact with, and their business structure. And if you're about something, they will know. If you're not, they will know. So, I didn't expect for it to go so long, but I have so many people that's texting me on my phone, that's in chat. So smooth. I see you, sweetie. Thank you. Welcome. My auntie Sherry, she's really going thumbs up for the both of you because she's reading the your website, and she sees that you guys are two brothers in technology, and she's saying on my phone that you don't really find brothers of your caliber in technology where you get the respect in certain communities and in technology itself, and to have their own platform. So she said, kudos to the both of you. So what I'll do, because people are still plugging in and they're still asking questions, I'll do a part 2 to this because it's a lot of stuff that they have to share. And you can actually go to Pack Stereo website at www.packstereo.tv. Go to the About Us, read up. It's a lot of information. I know people still want to talk to Mario and pick his brains, and also for Victor. So I'll come back to that. But what I want to do is get to the second segment of the show and not happen to really rush because we are running out of time. So what I wanted to do is actually go ahead and play a drop and actually talk about the shoes right after the drop, and then we'll go into, because I have only 2 songs from Snowflake to actually be judged for tonight. So that would do, most of all. I mean, it's one or the other. So let's go ahead and play Mario's talking to me, but that's okay. But let's do this real quick, and So Smooth, I'll get right back to you. Here we go.
Oh, I love this. You just don't have enough time, do you?
Yeah, hey.
Yeah, that's the way it goes.
Well, you guys are wanted.
Yeah, right.
So here we go, Mario.
Shout out to Pack Stereo with Miko Williams, Victor Allen, and Marion Hemsley. Keep listening, y'all. They be doing their thing, playing the right tunes, and just they make you feel at home when you listen to them. And when I get a chance to take me some Pack Stereo.
Okay, thank you, So Smooth, for that. I love it. We all appreciate it. But, I know that, Mario want to play some nice soothing music. But what I wanted to do real quick is talk about these shoes. There's not much to say about these shoes. These shoes are by, Kiss. But they're actually distributed by Pleasure, which is interesting. And these shoes are what they call patent leather platforms with a thick heel in the back, but they call it the stiletto style gun holster heel. And they're really nice. They're comfortable, and it's for women that have very thick ankles. You can actually walk in these shoes, and they're beige. They do come in assorted colors, and you could go to the website and get the shoes, and they're really nice. A lot of people ask, how are the cross parts of the shoe? And the cross parts of the shoe are very nice. You can see them here on display. And, the website you can go to get the shoes on sale is www.snaz75.com. These shoes are really nice, and ladies are always watching to see what I pull out the closet, for either a sponsor shoe ad or what Miko Williams roll with. So, I gave you the website, I gave you who they're by, and the shoes, Red Kiss, don't get it twisted, but it's the distributor of, Pleasure.
Can I let them know also, because I did go check it out. Now I know you guys going. Why you going to get the shoes?
By Red Kiss?
I went to redkiss.com.
Yeah, I saw that.
So for those of you who just want to see a different position as what they do directly from their website, because I went to the other location too.
You did. I saw that. You could put to say for Red Kiss website.
Yes, redkiss.com.
Well, we should have had those. We had to have those links.
Yeah, I knew he was going to do that.
Well, you know what? It is in the metadata, the one that I gave, because it's the most common one, but he went to the second one, which is okay. No problem.
Too bad it's not in that front page.
But
right over there.
You know what? That's okay, though. But we're going to go ahead. Ooh, you guys, I have a headache. Not from Mario. I just have a headache. But we're going to go ahead and go into the second part of the show. So welcome to Bump It or Junk It, where we showcase the indie artists. And here we go.
About to drop it.
Yeah, we are.
You're about to drop it, aren't you?
Well, if it allows me to do it, let me go ahead and, you know what? It did its own thing. Hold on, you guys.
I like this.
It did do its own thing. But we're going to start it over again. You know why? Because this joker just want to do what it want to do. So without further ado, here we go. Listen to... We going to stop that?
Watch
and here we go.
Do that one more time.
Now let's see if we get this going. Let's see, I'm going to go all the way down.
Yeah, you're listening to the Miko Williams Show with your host, Miko Williams. Let's go. Oh, mean. Did you hear that? Let's try that one more time. Ready? Go.
Now that's different. I just want to say, welcome back to the Bump It or Junk It. Your host, Miko Williams, where we showcase your indie artists. And guess what? This is how we gonna do. You know the thing, because since we trying to get this music to go, we just gonna go with an alternative song. So you know what to do. 1 is low, 10 is the highest, and if you bet 5 and over, you actually like it, But if you don't, then that means we junk it. So I actually have music that's gonna, actually play from Snowflake, and this is what you're actually listening to right now. It's called Detached. So I actually did something a little different. While I was talking, I was actually playing it in my background. So check it out.
What you been smoking?
Too cute. Well, thank you, Claudia. I know. Said Mario, hi, and thank you for this nice song. She likes it. Well, hey, welcome back to the show called Bump It or Junk It, where we showcase your indie artists and who you're just listening to. First of all, I'm your host, Miko Williams, and we're listening to show dedication, Snowflake. Yeah, the attachment is what the song is called. Yeah, it's nice. And that's what we do here. You know what? A lot of people say they like it so far, and I'm like, wow, go ahead with it. So, Claudia Torres, she said, I like it. I'm listening. I couldn't get into the chat room. That's okay, sweetie, as long as you heard the song. She said, I give it a 9. All right, I gave it a 9 too. I like it. It's a little different. Mario says a 7, and Vic is saying a 9. So Smooth, what you got? What you got? What you got? I got to see this. I got to see this. I see they already. Ooh, okay. He said, hold up. Okay, well, that's okay. I like the arrangement. It's kind of soft, But, you know what? Actually, I just had something just happen right about now. And I'm going to have to. Now, that was unexpected. But, it's okay.
What happened?
My whole system said, reboot, restart.
Well, I'll help you with it now.
You know what? That was interesting. It just did it right. Look, it's saying prepare to configure Windows
It's
15.
updating.
It's
It's
Lord.
doing updates, auto updates.
Auto
you got it.
update. You know what? That's okay. That's okay. But you got to hear one
I was going
song.
to warn you. I was going to warn you. Get ready because mine had gone through with
It
auto
just
update.
did?
Yes, it did.
Oh, mine's too. Like
Tell it
went,
not to.
It just went and did its thing.
sometimes it does do stuff.
See, we just watched a movie last night. Artificial intelligence. It was an alien.
Oh, yeah.
This is crazy, but that's how it reminds me of what it just did to me, you guys. Ain't this about a blimp? But that's why I don't like Siri on Apples. She does things too. She lists people that you ain't supposed to be listing. But you got to hear that song. So
Can I ask you something though?
let's see what I could do.
While you're doing
Bear
that,
with me, y'all. 'cause
while you're doing that,
I already have a headache.
Okay.
And the computer is starting to get on my nerves right about now. I'm
Yeah,
not
you know
supposed to
how I
lose
feel
it.
sometimes. But you do
Yeah,
good,
Mario.
baby.
Yeah, Mario.
let me ask you something real quick
Ooh,
about the song you just played.
yes.
I want to give it its due respect.
Yes.
The message said detachment.
Yes.
Is that a message?
Yes.
Is it a message that's empowerment for women or just for everybody?
No, it's for everybody.
Okay.
And it's good that you brought that up, but it's detachment from all the negative, all the haters, all the negative, all of the naysayers. It's detach yourself from that. You want to reset yourself, which we talked about,
Yes.
and actually put yourself on a positive energy.
Gotcha.
So that's what Snowflake, if you go to her profile on ccmixer.org, she gives a little spiel about why she wrote what she wrote and why she named the title Detachment. So it was interesting that you picked that up.
Yeah, I picked it up because I also know that she's going to have to send you a check because you're giving her a lot of love.
Yeah,
like,
not as much
how
love as
many
I
weeks-
give Love Shadow,
Wait a minute,
but
how many weeks in a row here? If you guys ever want to get what they call redundant, I guess you can say,
But I
profile
like it.
show features, you are making a name for yourself because you don't just do one. You did 1, 2, 3. So I want to give props. That's right.
Several, yes. And you know what? This is my pick. So if you have a different pick, you can actually pick your own, or tell me what you like or dislike about this and pick your own because, I picked these. This is what I like.
Right.
So if you like something a little different, you can go to ccmixer.org and actually pull out something, challenge us. We welcome it. Let Mario know what you found. Email us. You got the email.
Why you
Go
gotta
to
bring me in
Mario.
your conflict?
Well, it's not conflict because it started with you first of all. So it's actually a compliment, Mario.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, get it right.
And remember, it's okay to send me those body part pictures.
No, we do not
Oh,
do
sorry.
that. No, that's on
Don't
a
send
different
me
show.
any.
No, I'm
But I'm okay.
sick
I'm
of
cool.
those.
I'm cool with it.
But you know what?
I ain't got shit to do.
We having a little bit of technical difficulties, and that's okay. But you know what? To make it up to you, Snowflake, because I did have some other songs I wanted to play, but it seems like the systems are doing their own thing. So, you know, it's about that time. And, you know, I actually ran out of time. I'm not ashamed to say it. And, you know, So Smooth gave it a 7. Oh,
I gave it a 7.
You and So Smooth both gave it a 7.
See, So Smooth is my younger self.
That's your mini me. So
That's me at 25.
that's your mini me
That's- we
representing
just
out of
the same.
NYC.
The music
Hey.
tells you. That's what I. That's
That's
what I
okay.
would be doing if I was from New York at 25.
Well, you know, Mario, you're going to have to go ahead and beam us up like Scotty and take us on out of here because my computer not letting me do nothing with my mixer over here, over there. It's totally just said, we taking over, whatever that means.
Okay,
It's taking
and that's
over.
all right because we ready. And by the way,
So-
I'm posting some links. You
Yay.
guys just inspired me, and I realized it has been there, but somewhat hidden. The packstereo.tv/create your label.
Oh,
All the links about how
See?
to be your own label.
See?
I haven't been talking about it because
Okay, So Smooth.
I did it for 15 years, and I felt like people had
but
heard
see,
enough.
I think that's why Arthur asked that question because he was reading
Yeah.
your website info, and you guys have a lot of stuff that you guys went through. And see, people, what I wanted to do, I really wanted to get into it and dive into it, but I have 2 segments, so I can't just covet one without the other. I have to be fair. So it is a lot to Pack Stereo that you really have to dive into and read about. It's so much, and you don't understand how long they've been in the game, and you know the trials and errors. You know, not only just dealing with technology as far as line streaming and integration for apps and also for, you know, different platforms, but, you know, just being a record label, working with different independent artists, you know, and indie artists. They been through it, been there, done that, and it's one of those things now where you really have to pay attention to Pack Stereo TV. And a lot of people think it's an up and coming and new place. It is not. They have well over 6 million viewers, well over. Let's get it right, okay? Because I stumbled up on some things, and I was like, oh, okay. And Mario, as much as he kind of not tell all
It's
it
a
is
lot
to tell,
tell.
Mario has an extensive background, just like the VP over here, Victor, same thing. I mean, these brothers know what it takes. You know, Mario actually had a group that was signed, you know, and actually did they thing. I won't go into the spiel of all that, but you know that was part of his success. So he's not just a person that's just going to just talk and just talk and talk and talk. He has things to offer. So if you ask, you will receive. But they always say closed mouth never gets fed, and Miko believe in opening her mouth and asking a whole lot of questions so they tell me stop. So or I'll pass out. But you know, this website you guys got to go to, and Mario's actually pulling up some information about how
posting
to
it right
create
now.
your own music label for those that don't know. Now, is it easy? I don't know. That's not my
Nothing
thing.
much. Is I'll go over what's changed. This is last. So you see, it shows you guys last updated May 16th, 2008.
That's wrong.
How to create your own music label. How to do it in 10 working days for less than $500. The most important 100 pages any artist can read today. You organize your approach to take control immediately. I did it and gave it away for over a decade.
Wow.
I gave away information. You have to understand, only certain people really did it.
Wow.
But I read all the stuff. I did all this stuff. We released, and that's why we have over 9 CDs. If you search us on iTunes, you search Hemsley, Mario Hemsley Foster Project. And you can come on my site and get free music. See what we did. I'm still writing music. Remember, we got shows coming, right, Miko?
Yes, we do.
You're going to be part of the show with
Yes.
the top 40 songs that
Yes.
I've redone. And also, I want to actually go through the process of remixing. I want you guys to pick a track, a current track, and I'll go get it and remix it one day live on air.
Well, what you didn't say, what you
file.
didn't say, because I have a lot of artists, independent indie artists that listen, and you know what Pack Stereo does is they have this program where they actually have certain artists that'll come through and do certain things for them as far as audio, correct? And you want to tell them about that program that you guys were talking about? Yeah, I mean, you told You
Well,
told a couple of people.
He actually mentioned it
Right.
briefly.
That's
Yeah.
what I was saying.
About coming in here and they get to sing.
That's
and
what he was
get
talking
on
about
the,
earlier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really cool.
We have multiple versions of new shows where people can come in and track and do things. And I'm open to things. It has to do with how enterprising and how creative we could do it. Because I actually move stuff. I can remix a song, record the stuff. That's not much work for me. And then it can be released. That's the big deal. It can go out and be released for sale so that it's the ultimate reality TV. You can discuss the splits. It's all transparent because it's right there. There don't need to be no secrets
And
how much
people-
you sold. Here's how the money comes.
Please
It's real
understand,
straightforward.
when you come here, or if you're inquiring about something, please do your homework first. Research. Don't come and ask him stuff and you haven't researched, because that's one of his pet peeves. I'm gonna tell you right now. If you want to know, please have an idea of what you're talking about, where you got your resources from. Do they work? Do they not work? What's your next step? Your next move? And then come see Mr. Hemsley and let him know what it is that you want to do. Because believe me, he's not trying to get people on the left side and the right side that just blowing smoke. Not going to work.
Well, you
Not
know,
going to work.
I mean, we've done stuff before, right?
The good thing about what we already said, part of why we went from music to this platform is because we said everything was going to go visual. If you don't go visual, you're going to be put behind the curve. So it puts a lot more responsibility on the artists now, because they not only can't not just be artists who make and produce music, they have to combine that they are not only going to be going to perform live, which is already a requirement,
Right.
but they have to think TV, even though TV is not the TV we're talking about. We're talking about you need to stay in the wind of the visual public all the time. A lot of old style music production is based on the big release, which is cool, but you need to build also a performer of your empire, the people around you, so they know what's coming and you consistently put it out. And when you actually look online, whether it's photos, whether it's music, whether it's YouTube videos, people are constantly bombarding you with it, because there are many islands on this planet. And how do you penetrate the corporate artists' productions, because they have so much behind them and the resources they have is endless. So
Right.
you have to now think not only as a producer and owner of a company. Hence why we went to this platform, to be able to combine music production, reality production, empowerment, and put it in what we call the nexus. The combination of on-demand, TV, streaming, broadcast, all types of content. And you have to empower people. And empowerment can be feel-good music, right?
Right,
It could be
right.
reality. So it could be a number
Right.
of things you do.
Okay. Hector Hernandez said, much love to you both. Y'all giving a spill of information. Yes, Hector, I'll do a part 2 because he wants to know more about what Mario's going to be posting, and he wants to hear more from you. So what I'll do is my next show is do a part 2 for this, because you guys actually are digging in deep. So, actually, we're running out of time. Actually, we did run out of time. But, my little system came right back up. So we're going to go ahead and say thank you to everybody that was listening in Blog Talk Radio, everybody that was listening in Facebook, also on Pack Stereo live stream, my live stream, and any other social media plugs. Remember, go to Twitter, hashtag The Mika Williams Show, Pack Stereo TV, Mario Hensley, Victor Allen, and also Bump It or Junk It. And don't forget, tell a friend. Thank you for listening to tonight's show. We're going to be out, and we'll see you next Sunday. But don't forget to check us out for The Quiet Storm, Tuesday nights, 8 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Once again, I'm your host, Mika Williams. Thank you. Bang.
Yeah. Nah, man. You know we gotta do a joint for the ladies, right? So every club worldwide, we gonna move y'all like this. Come on. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Hey girl. Hey girl. Hey girl. Hey girl. Hey girl. It's Friday night when the club lines be out the door.